Hey, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I'm resetting my training to optimize my drive, motivation, and energy to train and just get back on track overall. So if this sounds like something you've been struggling with, follow along and listen to some of my tips that I'm using to help myself. So the first thing I'm doing is changing my training up, focusing on quality over quantity. I've been training 7 days per week. If this is something you're doing too, where you're trying to work so hard to improve, but you're ending up just burning out and either becoming inconsistent or your training sessions is just lackluster in terms of intensity, you simply just can't output because you're exhausted all the time. So what I'm doing now is changing my training up to training strength 3 times per week, continuing to focus on my hand balancing on a more daily or more often basis because it's not so draining on me physically. It's more of a technique thing. So this will help basically improve your consistency because you won't have to be doing it every single day, but also it's going to help your performance in your training because you're going to be doing less and you're going to be having higher quality, so more ROI on the work you're doing. The next thing I'm doing is I'm trying to focus on minimizing screen time during training. So this is something that I've been real good at most of my life, but every now and then I start checking my phone during training, and this has a huge impact on levels of focus, and it's to do with dopamine. Basically, whenever you stimulate your brain with something highly rewarding, after that everything seems a little bit blah in comparison to that because your body works on relatives. So if you check your Instagram, you're like, oh, that was so cool, and then you come back, you're like, oh, now I've got to do my set. You're going to be so much less motivated. It's so much harder to push yourself. So really what it is keeping that training time clear of social media where you can just focus exactly on what you're doing and not have that distracting and also demotivating you. A lot of people think, oh, motivation, you just got to use discipline. Yes, in certain circumstances, but being motivated at the same time is also hugely beneficial to perform better. Imagine you being so motivated to train versus not. Obviously the time you're motivated is going to be a much more effective training session because you're going to put yourself more into it, you're going to work harder, and you're going to be more driven to do well in that. So motivation is an extremely useful tool and we want to optimize it whenever we can. So stop screen time whenever you're training and also whenever you're trying to achieve anything, whether that's work or basically anything you're trying to learn. Being optimally focused is really important for that. Going back to this quality over quantity thing, one of the key important things with training is to be consistent. So if you set this goal of training every day and you're struggling to stay consistent with that because it's simply too hard, focusing on the minimum effective dose. So let's say you're struggling to stay on track, set an easy target for yourself that you can achieve. Something easy, something you can do and you know you're going to be able to do it. So it doesn't have to be an hour workout. That can be a 30-minute workout 3 times a week. And setting that will really help get that ball rolling. If you want, you can always increase that in the future, but starting small will always lead to better results rather than pushing too fast, too hard. So yeah, that's basically just a little bit of how I'm resetting, basically just doing less, but focusing on that quality to improve my results within those training sessions. So anyway, hope that's been helpful and first YouTube video in a while. So yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Wishing you all the best.